carrot ginger soup today, which will have a little bit of a broth and some herbs for toppings, and then we'll do a breakfast porridge. Now when we get to those videos, we'll also point you and direct you to other videos where we'll introduce you to several other recipes that you can pull on as well. So we're getting started right now, and I have the saute pan heated up already just a little bit, and I'm using a little bit of organic olive oil. Now remember in the detox that you are only using 1 tablespoon of olive oil a day. Now the recipe that I'm doing right now is going to feed several people, so I'll do a couple of tablespoons of the olive oil. But remember, you are measuring your olive oil in all of the recipes that you're doing throughout the detox, and you're limiting your fat to olive oil. You want a good organic extra virgin olive oil, and you want to limit that to 1 a day. And we have some shredded cabbage here, and honestly, you don't have to follow the vegetables that I'm suggesting. I just happen to use what I have, and I've done this recipe so many times before that I know the fiber and the filling with the cabbage is really satisfying. So play around with what you have, and I'm always a fan of using what you have in your refrigerator and, you know, just really getting the best that you can out of it. So we're just sauteing this cabbage. And we have some other vegetables already prepared too. And today I have some shredded carrots. Now I chop that cabbage myself, but a lot of times I'll do like the whole head of cabbage ahead of time and just keep it in one of those green bags. Debbie Meyer makes a really beautiful green bag. You can get it on Amazon. I'll usually buy 5 or 10 of them at a time. But you can take your vegetables from the grocery store and either pre-prepare them or put them in the green bag right away, so that, especially if you're buying organic products, and I really hope you are, if you have not been introduced to the Dirty Dozen list yet or come to any of our programs, we definitely are promoting the use of organic vegetables, because if we're detoxing the liver, we certainly don't want to add vegetables to the diet that have been doused with pesticides, right? So I just put some of the shredded carrots in, and those I do buy pre-prepared because it's a little bit of a time-consuming chore to shred them yourself. You can, I have done it before, I do it all the time. And so you're just getting all of this going. We picked red peppers today because they happen to be on sale, and we're going to add those to the mix as well. And these are just chopped very, very thin. If you, like our office manager, Caroline, she likes yellow peppers. And if you like that, then you could do yellow peppers. You could do green as well. The only thing I will say about the peppers is that not everyone can tolerate, you know, some of the nightshades and peppers, and maybe they're not good for you for your health condition. I'm just adding some pepper. Just reminding you that on the detox that we are not doing any salt. So no salt at all during the detox. Remember, the things that we're detoxifying from during the program are animal products and salt, and of course alcohol and caffeine. And we definitely want to keep in mind that, you know, this is the time that we're sweeping the liver clean, and we're really trying to reset it and just really give it a chance to be the filter that it's supposed to be. Now that I'm getting a little bit more product in this pan, it's starting to slow its sizzle down. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the leeks in. And if you don't know what a leek is, I think about it as like a giant scallion. And remember, these carry a lot of sand and dirt in them, so you do want to wash them really well. And what I'll do is I'll just toss the leeks in, and then I just had a few mushrooms hanging around, so I'll throw those in, and I'm going to cover it, and we'll be back together in a couple of minutes to see the finished product. Yeah, so we'll see you soon. Welcome back. So we've been sauteing the vegetables, and really this is to your own liking. If you like them done really well, or you need them done, you can do them more. But remember, we're really trying to capture as much as we can of the nutrition. And we just sauteed them to basically make this wonderful topping for the salad. So the salad has already been pre-prepared. This salad happens to be a romaine lettuce, and then we massaged a little bit of kale in lemon juice to really break down the fibers just a little bit. And then we also put spinach in. So we have those 3 greens, and then we've topped it with, again, the vegetables that we have on hand. Today we happen to have some golden beet and, of course, organic. Everything is organic. Organic tomatoes. We have a little bit of cucumber in here, carrots, red onion, radishes. But again, don't be stuck on following everything. Go with what you have on hand. So you want to fill the plate with as many of the vegetables as you can. And then what we'll do is we'll just take a little bit of this beautiful topping, and I consider this to be a salad dressing. And this is sort of the yin and the yang, the yumminess of the food with the hot on the top and the cold on the bottom. You'll just fall in love with it. I want you to enjoy it, and we'll be back together to take a look at the other 2 recipes. Welcome back. We're getting started on the carrot ginger soup. Let's get started with the olive oil. Just a quick reminder that you'll be using good quality grade organic olive oil and 1 tablespoon per day during the diet detox. I'll use a little more now because we're doing multiple servings, but 1 tablespoon per day. So I'm throwing carrots in, and we'll just put them right into the pan. And I know they have them pre-made in the grocery store now, like they're already cut up. You could do those. I see those little wedge ones. You could do those as well. They may take a little bit longer because, you know, they're thicker. But I always have a big bag, 5 to 10 pound bag of carrots on hand for whatever, you know, we're doing. And then this one's got onion, so carrots and onion. This is just a small onion chopped up. If you're not a big onion person, you know, you could trade this out for the leeks. If you know, a small onion is too much, you could just do a little bit. And then we also have ginger. So this is just organic ginger, and it's cut up real small. This is all going to be blended in the Vitamix when we're done, and these herbs we'll save for later. So we'll just get this going, and we'll get it, you know, all stirred down and just coated really well. And we'll be back together in a minute to add the next step and then to blend it. All right, so we'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back. Really wish you were here because this smells so good. So we basically just brought to a boil the carrots and the ginger and the onions, and they're just as long as they're softened. You really don't need to overcook them. So we have our, basically it's the beginnings of our soup ready, and we're going to put this right into the Vitamix, and we're going to blend this. So this will be a blended soup. And the nice thing about this is it makes it really easy for you when you have to like pack a thermos and take it with you. So all that beautiful yumminess is going straight in. And now our cooktop is off, so we're going to put this right into the Vitamix. I'll blend it, and then we'll be back together in a minute to plate it up and put it into our bowls and add a little bit of toppings to it. So I'll be back together with you in just a second. So we're back together, and we've just put it in the Vitamix for just a couple of minutes, maybe not even a minute. Medium to medium high. You don't really have to overdo it. It's okay if it has just a little bit of texture to it. So what we're going to do is plate this up, and you can just really pour it right from your Vitamix. You don't really need the ladle. So we'll put that in. Oh boy, that has some really nice consistency to it. And then the way we'll finish it is, and you don't have to do this, if you like different herbs, you can do that. We'll put a little bit of dill on the top, and a little bit of parsley, and I'll just show you what that looks like, and we'll get ready for our porridge recipe, which is what's next. Okay, welcome back. So we have our third recipe today. This is one that you'll actually do in phase 2 when we've added in grains and seeds, but it's a great breakfast meal, and it's a really good replacement for yogurt if you're eating yogurt or cereal or even oatmeals. So I'm going to start with making a walnut milk. So basically I have a cup of walnuts here that have been soaked overnight, and this is just to get a base of milk going. And those are, of course, raw, organic, and unpasteurized. So we're going to make the walnut milk here. I'm going to put a little bit of vanilla in with it. And we'll be back together in a second after we blend this up. You'll see that we have milk, and we'll use that for the porridge. But you can also use this for the base of your smoothies and other things that you might be using regular milk for. So we'll be back together in just a second to blend the milk up. Okay, great. And that's what I love about the walnut milk, is that you don't have any straining like you do with the almond milk. And you don't have to strain the almonds. And I do want you to look at one of our other videos. We have a whole nut milk recipe video on YouTube, and we'll direct you to that. But today I just chose to do the almond or the walnuts just because it was quicker. So we've got our milk ready. And what I have here up front is a cup of organic rolled oats. And these were soaked overnight. I have a 1/4 cup of sunflower seeds and then a 1/4 cup of flax seeds. So this has been soaked overnight in this bowl and rinsed. And we're going to add that to our saucepan here and turn it into a beautiful breakfast dish. So I just put that right in. And we'll just get that stirring around, getting our heat hot. And we'll add a little bit of milk in. And again, you won't be doing this on phase 1 of the detox, but literally you can add in as much or as little as possible. Now with this milk, I had 6 cups of water to 1 cup of nuts. You can really blend your milk to whatever degree that you want to, depending on the nutrition you need, the fat content that you desire. So just added a little bit of milk in. And again, you can season however you like. I like to add cinnamon. Sometimes I'll add a little bit of ginger root, a little bit of allspice. So it makes it kind of sweet. Now in general, we're going to stay away from the dried fruits. But if you literally were sort of in a drought in your home and didn't have a lot of a lot of regular fresh fruit, you could add a few raisins in. Today we're going to add blueberries because this makes it really kind of gummy and sweet and gooey. So we'll go ahead and drop those in as well. And we're literally just bringing this to a kind of a simmer. It makes it really lovely. So we'll come back together in a minute after this comes together, and we'll top it with some fresh grated apples. Okay, so we've got the walnut milk and our oats and seeds simmering. We threw the blueberries in, and it's just kind of all coming together with the cinnamon. It really does smell fabulous. We got, Cinnabon has nothing on us. We got great cinnamon there. So I'm preparing the topping for it, so that's just gonna simmer for a few minutes. If it gets too thick or it gets like a little slimy, just add a little bit more milk in it to your taste. So I just basically peeled a few apples, and I'm just quickly going to go through and grate them. And again, you can do as much or as little as you want. And if you don't like apple, or you don't like blueberry, or you're out of them, you can literally do anything you have. I was talking to Brad, our videographer here and teacher, and this morning he put like little, pieces of orange in his breakfast porridge. So whatever you have that you like, just grab it and go. Maybe you have frozen strawberries or something else. Those blueberries were frozen, and I just ran them under colander. So I mean, we're basically done and we're good to go. I always go in here and get all the little bits of the apple out, and staff here make fun of me because sometimes they see this and think they're actually going to be getting some cheese, and of course it's not cheese at all, it's grated apple. But what a great way to get your fiber in. So basically we are done, and what we're going to do is just take the porridge off and plate it. Usually when I do this, I'll make enough for 2. So either 2 days in a row. Remember, that's the theme with IIN, the Integrative School of Nutrition, is to cook once and be able to eat twice. So this is really done, and I'll just take 1 serving out and put it into the bowl. And you can always change up how much you have based on what your needs are. And I'll just top it with a pile of the beautiful grated apples. And that's it. There's our breakfast porridge for the day. All right, we'll see you next time. Good luck with the detox, and call us if you have any questions. Bye-bye for now.